Now let's talk about the Phong shading model, which is the best of the three shading models. Although garage shading is smooth, the appearance of matte band is still obvious. Matte band is exaggerated contrast changes between edges. And this effect is more prominent at specular highlight regions of the scene. Now, to solve this problem, Phong proposed that instead of interpolating vertex intensities, get the intensities of the interior of each polygon. Then we interpolate the normals of the vertex of each polygon to get the normal across the interior of each polygon. So rather than interpolating vertex intensities, we interpolate the normals. We then use the interpolated normal at each fragment to compute the intensity of the fragment. Similar to garage shading, the Phong shading method firstly computes the normal vector at each vertex of the polygon. The differences are then the normals along the edges of the polygon are computed by interpolating the normals at the endpoint vertices. So we would interpolate the normal at this vertex and the normal at this vertex to get these normals. And then we would interpolate these two normals to get, we'll interpolate N2 and N3 to get these normals, and we'll do the same for this edge. And then we will interpolate these normals to fill up the inside of the polygon. For every fragment, we will have a normal vector. The shading value for each point of the polygon is finally computed using the normal, the light vector, and the view vector at every point inside the polygon. As one shading calculation is performed for each fragment, Phong shading is also known as per fragment shading or per fragment lighting. The advantage of the Phong shading model is that it is very good, gives very good rendering results, especially at the light regions of highly specular shiny surfaces. The disadvantage is that it's too computationally expensive, only done if in offline processing, not suitable for interactive graphics. However, it is reported that the latest graphics cards can perform Phong shading in real time. So I don't think this is a problem anymore. Latest graphics cards can perform Phong shading in real time. Will really depend upon how heavy your scene is. Now comparing the output of garage shading and Phong shading, this one is done with garage shading and this one is done with Phong shading. See how you can still see some edges over here, whereas there are no edges visible and the specular highlight just decays smoothly outwards.